Hello everyone and welcome to Healthy Cooking with Shayda. I'm your host and this is where I teach you how to make healthy, delicious, plant-based meals that are salt, oil, and sugar-free and hopefully pretty easy for you guys to do. If you haven't done so already, please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, ring that bell, and so that way you'll get notified as to when we go on live or when we have a new video that comes out. I'm excited about today's recipe because I used to eat this all the time. Avocado toast, right? So it was always good to come home, take a piece of toast out, toast it, put the avocado on there, put everything else on there. Well, it's still healthy to do, but I have found a more delicious way of doing it. So we are going to teach you how to make our sweet potato avo toast. And this does involve using sweet potatoes. So what you want to do ahead of time is you want to take your sweet potatoes and you want to roast them in the oven. Once they've cooled, you're going to put them in the refrigerator so that you could use it to making the toast. Because what we're going to do with these is we're going to cut these in half. I'm going to put it in the air fryer and I'm going to air fry them for 20 minutes at 400 degrees. And that's going to become our toast. And then I'm going to go ahead and make guacamole. Now the guacamole that I'm making, it is from my recipe in my that's in my website. The only thing I'm doing a little bit differently, the recipe calls for 3 large avocados. I'm cutting the fat back a little bit and I'm going to be doing 2 avocados with a can of cannelloni beans. So if you guys are ready, we're going to get started. Like I said, these have been in the refrigerator for overnight. And so all I'm going to do now is cut them in half. Now, who doesn't like avocado on sweet potatoes? I don't know about you guys, but it's delicious. Now, this one seems pretty big. So what I might do with this one is cut it into thirds. I'm going to try it, and hopefully my idea will work. Well, it worked on that one. And we're going to cut it on from this side. And cut that again into a third. Yep, there we go. And I'm using a sharp serrated knife to do this because it just makes it, I find that it makes it easier to slice. And then I'm going to take it and put it on my tray for the air fryer. You know, it's funny, Erin reminded me about this recipe. Apparently, we tested this recipe, she said, 2 years ago. I cannot believe that I've waited 2 years to share this with you guys. But hey, it's never too late, and we're doing it now. So, and I'm just going to do one more. I'm going to cut this one into thirds as well. Sometimes it wants to separate from the skin, but you just put it back in. And these are organic, so make sure that you wash these really well so that you can eat the skin. All right, so everything's in here. So now I am going to take this and I'm going to put it in the air fryer, and I have the Breville Smart Oven Air. So I'm going to put this in for 20 minutes, maybe longer. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer for it to get crispy. So it could be anywhere from, I'll say 20 to 30 minutes, but I'll come back and I'll check on it and I'll let you know at what point I check it out. So we'll be back in a minute. So while the potatoes are in the air fryer doing their thing, I thought I'd show you guys how to make the guacamole, which obviously a lot of you know how to make guacamole. And I am doing it from my recipe that's on the website, but I'll put a link of the recipe in the show notes. And like I said, the only thing that I'm changing on it is instead of 3 large Hass avocados, I'm doing 2 with 1 can of cannelloni beans that's been rinsed and dried. So let's get started. I'm going to cut the avocado. I'm going to need a spoon. Hang on, guys, while I get a spoon from here. And hopefully our avocado is going to be good. You never know what you're going to get. Woohoo! The avocado came out good. That's exciting. All right, let's get this out. We're going to put the avocado in the food processor. Okay, now that we've got our avocado in, I'm going to put in our 1 can of cannellini beans. I'm going to put in our onion. And I go ahead and, I know the food processor will chop it up for me, but I just find that when I chop things ahead of time, it just makes it a little bit easier for the food processor to do its thing. We're going to add the tomatoes. We are going to add our spices. So I've got the jalapeno peppers in here. I've got garlic, and I've got cumin, and I've got onion powder in here. But every time I go to do the jalapeno pepper, oh my goodness, I sneeze like crazy. So I thought, instead of me sneezing on camera so much for you guys, that I'll do it ahead of time, and it just makes things a little bit easier. We're going to add a little bit of black pepper. And then we are going to add lemon juice. Now, you guys all know me. I've got a lemon tree in the back. So what I do ahead of time, once everything's done, it's right, I take the lemons and I juice them. And that way I always have fresh lemon juice on hand. I don't like buying the store-bought lemon juice. This is so much better. And guacamole is so easy to make. Why not make it yourself? And I understand sometimes we don't have time, and it's just easier to go get it from outside, which I've done a few times. So then all we're going to do, turn this on, and we're going to pulse it. Now, what I am going to add to it now is the cilantro. Now, you can make this as smooth as you want, or you can make this as chunky as you want. I kind of like it smooth but semi-chunky, if that makes sense. Like I want some texture in there. I want it so that when I'm eating the guacamole that I have something to bite into. But that's the way I like it. But you guys do you, and you do it the way you like it. So let me scrape this down. I mean, how long did that really take? 2 minutes? So that's why I'm saying make your own. It'll be so much tastier. And then taste it and see if you need to add anything extra to it. So good. Now I want to make nachos. But we're going to make the avocado toast. So as soon as the sweet potatoes are ready, I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you how we're going to assemble all this together. All right, so our sweet potatoes are ready, and this is what they're going to look like. They're going to be a little bit burned on the outside, but that's okay. It just makes it nice and crunchy. These were in there for about 25 minutes. About 23 to 25 minutes is when I took them out, because I figured if I left them in there longer, they're going to be more burned. So we took them out. I've let it cool a little bit because I want to make sure that we can, once we top it off, we can take it and taste it. So what do I have here for topping? Well, I made the avocado. in front of you guys. So we're going to put avocado, we're going to put cucumber, we're going to put fresh basil, we're going to put tomatoes, and then we're going to drizzle it. And you can drizzle it with your favorite balsamic vinegar. So I have Sweet Heat here from California Balsamics, or I have just a regular Napa Valley balsamic vinegar, the Grand Reserve, that you can, and I picked this up at Sprouts. They have it at Whole Foods, Mother's Market. Everybody has it. So it's really whichever flavor you like. You could put habanero on here. You could put anything you want on here. Now, there's another version that you could do this where you could just add the guacamole, and I have some pico de gallo here and some cilantro. So you could keep it as simple as that. So again, it's really your choice. So let's get started. All of these are going to get a layer of avocado, and you're just going to put it on top. So one thing I have to say is that this guacamole turned out really well, and if you take this to a party, nobody's going to know that there's actually beans in here. You cannot taste the beans in here at all, but you're going to know that you're eating something even healthier because you've cut the fat. Even though it's good fat, you've cut that even a little bit in half. So it's absolutely delicious. Next, we're going to take Persian cucumbers that I literally just sliced, and you want it kind of thin, and you're going to put it on top. And I'm not going to put it on all of them because, like I told you, I want to do a few of them with the PICO. So we'll just do those. And then we're going to add the tomatoes. And I like using the little cherry tomatoes. I think they're just fun and they make it pretty. And it's funny, I had friends over and when I made this because I wanted them to try it, and they absolutely loved it. In all honesty, what's not to love? Okay. Now, on these other two, we're going to take the pico de gallo and put that on top. And we're going to drizzle those with a little bit of cilantro. And these we're going to do with a little bit of basil. So I've gone ahead and added the basil to what needed on some of them, and I added cilantro on the ones with the pico de gallo. And I went ahead and I made one on the side here because Aaron and I are both dying to taste this right now. Now, I'm going to go ahead and drizzle this with the Sweet Heat. And I'll do half of it with Sweet Heat and the rest of it with, well, never mind. I just did the whole thing. So I can't wait to taste this, you guys. Oh my God, here we go. Here we go. This is so good. This is so, so good. I can't wait for you guys to make this and to try it and to post about it because I really do want to hear about it. Thank you for watching another episode of Healthy Cooking with Shayda. Remember, guys, it's one bite at a time, one meal at a time, and we will see you soon. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.